Good afternoon, Imagineers. Today's book is Quentin Needs Quiet. I chose this book because we're in the week of the letter Q. And Quentin's name begins with a Q, and quiet begins with the letter Q. And there's a few more words in the book that begin with the letter Q. So let's get started. Quentin Quayle was spending the night at Zach's treehouse. He wanted to get right to sleep. He said, "I hope that your quilt isn't scratchy. I hope that your bed doesn't quake. I hope that the wind doesn't quiver your tree, because for goodness sake, I need quiet." "I'm sure you go right to sleep," Zach said. "It's always pretty quiet around my treehouse at night." "How do you get ready for bed?" asked Quentin. So Zach told him, "Guess the words that rhyme if you can. First, when I'm feeling sleepy and start to yawn, I go and put my pajamas on." That's right. "Next, I brush my teeth till they're shiny and white before I go to sleep at night." Oh, you're on a roll now. "Last, I turn off the light that's over my head and pull back the covers and jump into bed." Yep, you got it. So now, what did Zach do first? That's right, he put his pajamas on. And then next, what did he do? Brushed his teeth. Okay. And what was the last thing he did? Jumped into bed. Okay. Zach went to sleep, but Quentin stayed awake. He heard lots of strange noises. First, he heard a loud meow. Can you point to the animal that meowed? Yep, right there. Then he heard a loud pounding sound. "Zach, what's that?" Quentin asked. It was Emily Elephant. She exercises every night near Zach's treehouse. "I'm going to run in extras 11 minutes, she told Zach. "But I'll try to be quiet." "Let's play a rhyming game, Quentin," Zach said. Zach made a rhyme, and Quentin tried to guess the last word. Then Quentin made a rhyme, and Zach guessed. So now I want you guys to guess the rhymes. And remember, the pictures will help you. What fits on your foot and rhymes with two? It isn't a sock, so it must be a shoe. What flies in the air and rhymes with word? It isn't a plane, so it must be a... Oh, that page was easy for you guys. Bird. The two pals were almost asleep. Suddenly they heard a loud roar. It was Lester Lion. "Lester, we need quiet," Quentin whispered. "But I have to practice my roaring," said Lester. "First, I stand up nice and straight, my feet flat on the floor. Then I open wide, and with great pride I roar." Zach tried it. He could almost roar, but not quite. Quentin and Zach played the rhyming game some more. Zach asked, "What's something you ride that rhymes with like?" "It isn't a car, so it must be a bike," said Quentin. Then Zach said, "What shines at night and rhymes with spoon?" "Well, it isn't the sun, so it must be the moon." But Quentin didn't answer. He was asleep. Do you know the answer? Quentin was sound asleep, but now Zach was awake. What was that strange noise he heard? It wasn't Emily Elephant exercising. It wasn't Lester Lion roaring. It was just Quentin Quayle quietly snoring. Zach put his head down and went back to sleep. "Good night, Zach." Good night, Quentin.